Hey guys, Taylor here. Today I just did a video about loading your powder on the Precision Ammo series, but I wanted to spend a little bit of time here to show you how to set up your powder measurer. So mine is a Hornady Lock and Load powder measurer. They all work essentially the same. I guess not all. There's some auto measurers that are pretty cool, but they all have the same concept here, the manual ones. So let's just go over this quickly, kind of what it takes to set it up and how you get it to the right spot. So first, I've got my scale here. I'm going to tear out my my bin or whatever that I'm dumping into, and I'm just going to dump and see where I'm at. So when you're measuring, always make sure you use your rocker, whatever that is that knocks off your loose stuff that's hanging around. So right now I'm at 72.5. And notice I left my ram down because the top of this cylinder is what will grab, is what catches the powder. And once you load it back up, it's hard to push in. It's easy to pull it out and get more powder in there, but once the powder's in, you can't push it in and decrease the load. So I'm just gonna push that in a fair amount and see where we come out. So here I'm at 32. So good. Your first adjustment, let me bring you guys a little closer here. Your first adjustment is this main cylinder. And you want that to get you, I guess if my final load is 40, you want to be at least 30 with this main cylinder. So bring that rod back up. And on the Hornady, you have two adjustment screws. You have this one here, which locks your two fine adjusters, and then you have this one here, which locks your main cylinder. So I'm just going to lock that tight, and then we'll get this down to the load we want. So again, now that I've locked it, I just want to double check, make sure I'm still right around 32. And so I had actually pulled that out a little bit when I locked it, and now I'm at 38.7. And here I'm gonna shoot for 40.5. So again, I have two fine adjusters here. And I'll bring you in close again. You see here, I have this large brass bar, and that is kind of my medium adjuster, and then I have this smaller brass bar that will do my fine adjustments. So here I can turn this, and you see how that's pulling that primary brass bar and the secondary brass bar out together. So I've gone a little too far, I just wanted to show that. So let me bring that back in, and we're just going to adjust these two set screws for now until we get to where we want to be. So kind of pulled that out. .4, so I really made no adjustment. Before I said leave your ram down as you're moving this primary cylinder because you can't push it in anymore. I'm below my weight, all mine are going to be out, so now it doesn't really matter anymore. I can pull it down, I can push it in, tear that out, and I'm going to pull that bar out, maybe a 32nd of an inch. It may vary on your powder measure, how much you pull that out. So my little bit added 0.4 grains. So now I'm going to double that amount. So now I'm 39.7. And I'm just going to do a touch more on this larger bar. 40.3. Good. So again, I'm going for 40.5. So my larger bar, my medium adjuster is set. Now I'm going to just slide this fine adjuster in and out with this second set screw. Shoot, that was way too much. 41.2. So load that back. 41. And it's just over and over. You notice I'm just dumping the powder right back in because I'm only trying to get a measurement. There we go. 40.5. And so I'm gonna set this top set screw, which is my set screw for my fine adjustments. Make sure that one's tight. And I'm gonna just dump 3 times and see where I get at. So that's 40.4. 40.4. And 40.5. So we've got that set. I am ready to charge my cases. And again, if you haven't watched the other video, you always want to, well, it doesn't really matter. I like to load my powder measurer light, and then I trickle in. If you load it heavy, you pinch a little bit out, you put it in your trickler, and you trickle it in. When I'm doing my precision loads, when I'm doing my AR or something that I don't care as much about precision on, I'm just gonna take my case and down the bottom of your case measure has a little bit of a funnel, a chamfer, and you stick your case up in there, dump, and your case is full. It's super simple. I trust my measurer enough. I mean, I just did 3 measurements and it was 1/10 of a grain variation. So that's how you set at least the Hornady Lock and Load powder measurer. It's really easy. It's a very precise tool. I've been very impressed with it, very happy with it. I'd recommend it. But your other powder measurers are going to be the same concept. Drop a load, measure, dump it back in. Load, measure, dump it back in until you get it down to where you want to be. Set your set screws and you're golden. So as always, like, subscribe, let me know what you guys think. If you do something differently, let me know if there are videos you guys want to see, or if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. So thanks for watching, guys, and look forward to the next precision ammo loading series.